It was August, and the PS 104 schoolyard was empty. That's a good thing. It allowed me to practice my pitching arm and stay out of trouble. As a white kid in the South Bronx in 1967, trouble had a way of finding me. So I was throwing the ball against the brick wall, and I heard a basketball in the background. And I took a look, and there was this real tall, lanky kid doing some kind of basketball drill. Went like this. Shoot from the foul line, get the rebound, lay it up, shoot from the foul line, over and over again. Then he turns and he yells over to me, "Hey, what do you think?" I said, "Is this guy talking to me?" I said, "About what?" He said, "Playing basketball." I said, "I don't know nothing about basketball." He said, "No problem. I'll teach you." So me and Anthony met at the PS 104 schoolyard for the next 4 Sundays. And he taught me some real cool plays. The alley-oop, the no-look pass, baseline jumper, dribble and shoot. And in a month, he said we were ready. Great. I said, "Ready for what?" He said, "The hustle, my man, the hustle." Here's how the hustle went. Me and Anthony would go to all the basketball courts in the neighborhood, parks, schoolyards, wherever they were playing ball, and Anthony would go up to the guys on the court, scope them out, and always find 2 guys. Then he'd go up to them and start talking about us, and he'd gesture over to me, the little white kid, and they'd laugh, and then they'd start putting coins in his little paper coffee cup, laid a bet on the game, and we played, and most often we won. The hustle went to about January, maybe about 6 months. And that's when my family was forced out of the neighborhood. We had to move. And Anthony calls me about March and says they got to move too, back to Delaware where they came from. But the kids miss me. Mom misses me. Mom wants me to come over for dinner. And, he said, after dinner, we're going to go do the hustle one last time, my brother. So I walked the 15 blocks up to Anthony's. It's about this time of year, early April, beautiful day. It was a Thursday. And I get to about a half a block from Anthony's place, and I smell Ma's cooking. Pork chops. And I knew there were sweet potatoes and collard greens waiting for me on the other side in the apartment. I always loved going to Anthony's. I felt safe there. There was Ma, the 2 dads, 2 little sisters, the little brother, the baby, Anthony, and sometimes me. Yeah, I'd stay there sometimes 2, 3 nights a week, sometimes weeks on end. Mom made a place for me in the kids' room on the floor. She'd give me pillows and blankets. And then in the morning, she'd get right in my face and say, "Steve, when it's rough at your place, you come over here and stay with me. You hear me?" After dinner, me and Anthony made it up to the Sedgwick Housing Project's basketball courts, scoped out the guys, found a couple guys, gestured over to me. They laughed their ass off, put the money in the cup, and we played. And our plays were flowing to perfection. We had them down 10-2. Our point. And I was taking the ball out at the foul line for the win. And the transistor radio hanging off the chain link fence was playing "My Girl" by the Temptations. Then all of a sudden the music stopped. The Reverend Martin Luther King was shot and killed by a white man. As usual, I was the only white kid on the court. And I watched the faces of the other players go from shock to sadness to rage. Anthony walked over to me slowly, took the ball from my hand and laid it on the cement. Then he locked elbows with me and hustled me off the court. When we hit the overpass for the Cross Bronx Expressway, we heard the chant, "Whitey killed the king, Whitey killed the king." Anthony started to sprint. He looked back at me and said, "Steve, run." His face was wet with tears. We finally made it back at Anthony's apartment. We barged in, all out of breath. The whole family was huddled around the little black and white TV watching the news, what happened that day. And as soon as they saw us, they ran up to us and started hugging us and crying. And we formed this circle as a family, hugging, crying. And then Anthony announced, "Ma, we can't let Steve go till it's safe on the street. We'll keep him here a few days." And then one of the dads eased out of the circle and closed the open apartment door and clicked each lock. Closed. Click, click, click. Thank you.